Hey Brenton, good morning. All right, tackling the high idle issue, I've got your bike attached to my sync gauge, and as you can see, your throttle bodies are kind of all over the place. Not terrible, it's easily adjusted, but the one thing I wanted to point out was, in order to plug in my vacuum hoses, I had to remove the factory vacuum hose bridge. These are rubber hoses that basically attach each of the throttle bodies to each other, and then eventually go into this sensor right here that tells the bike that it's getting accurate vacuum and that the idle should not run away. If we look at the end of each hose, there's a little, that one's broken, I'll talk about that. There's a little bit of corrosion on the end of each one, which suggests that maybe all of them were leaking, but this one definitively, cylinder number 2, it literally just came apart. Now, I admit I was pulling on each of them. The other 3 came off without resistance, but this one here potentially had a crack and was providing a vacuum leak, which made the bike run away with idle speed. Contradicting that is your throttle bodies are not exactly synchronized. Again, not terrible, but you know, enough to sort of add to why it doesn't idle at the speed that you want it to. Anyway, just getting on the tackling process of this. I'll get this sorted out in a second and get back onto the video. Give me 1 second here. Okay, all right. Okay, so did the quick sync. We're way better than we were a second ago. This wire's out of the way. I can even tune it up a little bit better than this. You can see number 4 is kind of drooping. I'll bring that up. But anyway, the most important thing is that our idle speed, according to my sync gauge, is 1200-ish. And on the actual idle, or on the actual gauge, it's showing about spot on 1,000 and stable. So this, in my opinion, is a good number. I'm just gonna put my multimeter on there, see to it the bike's making voltage. 1 second. Sorry, doing all this with one hand is a little tricky at times. Okay, oh yeah, all right. So the bike's making fantastic voltage, 13.45. That's like mucho fantastico. Cooling fan is just kicked in. I don't know if you can hear that, but I can. And I think we're actually gonna leave the sync. No, I'm gonna make a little adjustment on 4. This is good. Yeah, which means the engine is hot. And if we flip it, comes right down to 1,000. That's a respectable number. Bike is making fantastic voltage. I'll tune up the sync, and after that, I think we're good. Okay, did the finishing touches. We are spot on now. I really like that. That's great. Okay, turn that off. I don't know where I put them. Here they are. So, there's a few things. I sincerely think one of the main reasons, I think the main reason why your bike was running away at idle speed is because potentially this vacuum hose was cracked, air was sneaking in, and the idle was just going up and up and up. When I removed these and then put my gauges on, you could clearly see that the throttle bodies are out. That's no big deal. Synchronize those, but moving forward, putting these hoses back on, I'm going to replace obviously this one, and maybe even just go around and inspect these, because even though, yeah, see, they're kind of crusty. But yeah, I think we should replace these hoses to confirm a good seal on all of them. Because now with my sync gauges on it, the seal is good on all 4 of them. And the idle is very respectful. So let's replace these and get you back on the road. That's it, my man. Yeah. Also, I mustn't forget to be, excuse me, extremely thankful for you, Brenton. Your patience is unbelievably commendable. I have been waiting on parts from Suzuki for your bike for 3 weeks. I was able to get, excuse me, fork seals for the bike relatively quickly, dust covers, fork seals, but what I was unable to get was inside the fork. There's a upper bushing and then there's a lower bushing inside. I was unable to get these from Suzuki in any fast manner. So I've had to wait. Finally, they showed up yesterday at about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock ish, somewhere in the early afternoon. And then by the end of the day, I got them done. Oils and everything is good. I haven't ridden the bike yet, but I will. And then, of course, this morning I rolled in at about 7:45 and got cracking on this to get it all sorted out. So I haven't put the bike back together yet, as you can clearly see. But I just wanted to, in this video, thank you so much for your incredible patience. This process did not take very long. Waiting for parts, took forever, and I am so thankful. Thank you, Brendan.